You've worked hard on your recovery from drugs or alcohol, but have you noticed yourself turning to food, coffee, cigarettes, or shopping? This is called cross addiction, and it's extremely common. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens and what you can do about it. Those in recovery from substances like drugs and alcohol often develop a cross addiction to food or other substances or behaviors. Think about it. The act of consuming can feel soothing. The dopamine hit from sugar can help with the desire not to use your preferred harmful substance. You've probably seen this at AA meetings. Coffee and cookies are everywhere. They're considered less harmful substances. But here's the truth. Food addiction, obesity, and poor dietary choices lead to long-term health problems, chronic diseases, and ultimately premature death. Food addiction is just a slower burn than other addictions. Switching from one addiction to another doesn't treat the root cause. It doesn't address the emotional concerns that first brought you to addiction. And increasing your sugar and ultra-processed food consumption only makes your body and brain struggle more, making living in sobriety that much harder. Besides the substance of food itself, our brains can drive us to eat for emotional reasons, not physical hunger. There's a well-worn pattern in your brain. A trigger or cue sparks a craving, you eat, you feel relief, then guilt hits, and the cycle repeats. Noticing and acknowledging this old pattern is the first step. You need to recognize when you're reaching for food to ease a trigger or craving rather than true hunger. Then you need to find a break in the pattern before you eat. What other action is available for you? Drinking a glass of water? Taking a walk? 5 deep breaths? Calling a friend? Legs up the wall stretch? There's something important to understand. The craving will pass. Research shows cravings last only 5 to 20 minutes when we don't give in to them. Most of us don't realize this because we give in at the peak of discomfort to ease the pain. But if we ride the peak, it does fall away. This is where urge surfing comes in. Urge surfing is a mindfulness technique for managing cravings by observing them without acting on them. Much like a surfer rides a wave. Imagine a wave. It starts small, builds until it crests, and then falls. Your cravings work the same way. They don't go on forever. Instead of resisting the urge or giving into it, you focus on the physical and emotional sensations as the urge rises, peaks, and eventually fades. Use your breath to stay grounded. Acknowledge the craving, the feeling, the emotions. Then use tools that we've talked about to ride the wave. Drink water, move your body, deep breaths, call someone. The relief will eventually come. The wave will pass. When you acknowledge what you're feeling instead of stuffing it down with food, you're treating the root cause. You're building new pathways in your brain. You're healing, not just substituting one addiction for another. Cross addiction is real, but so is your ability to break the cycle. Learn to surf those urges. The wave always passes.